Welcome back here in this new video tutorial in Microsoft Excel. Today we are going to learn how to use the TOCOL and TOROW function in Microsoft Excel. Both of these functions are available in the latest Microsoft Excel version, that is Excel 365 or Microsoft Excel 2021 and onwards. If you are working in old Excel versions, you don't have to worry. I will give you the solution for older Excel version as well, that is by using Visual Basic for application. First of all, let's see the TOCOL function. Here in this cell, let me press is equal to, then type TOCOL. Here is the description of the function. TOCOL function returns the array as one column. It means that this function will convert this range into one column. It will put all these values in a single column. Let's use the function here. Press is equal to, type TOCOL, open parenthesis. In the array, let's take this range, then close parenthesis and hit enter. Here you see this data is put in one single column. If you scroll down, here 0 is given because if you notice here in the data, there are some blank cells. These blank cells are converted into 0 here. To overcome this problem, we can expand this function. Double click on the function. Here you can see there are other parameter also. Here give a comma, and to ignore these empty cells we can use this ignore blank option here. So select this ignore blanks, which is given by 1. Now if you hit enter and scroll down, the 0 values are removed because it has ignored the empty cells. If you double click on the formula, there is one more argument, that is scan by column. Currently by default, while putting these data into column, it is going through row wise, like refrigerator, electric water heater, blender and so on. It is going on the row wise direction to put it in the column. If you want to put these data in column wise direction, like refrigerator, washing machine, microwave oven, in this sequence, then you can use the another argument of the formula. For that, double click on this, click at the end, then give a comma. In this scan by column, by default it takes this scan by row option. So change this to scan by column by double clicking, which is given by true. Now press enter. Here you see the data is put in column wise direction, like refrigerator, washing machine, microwave oven and so on. So this is how the TOCOL function works. Let's go to the TOROW function. This TOROW function is just the opposite of TOCOL. In TOCOL, the data is put in one single column, and here in the TOROW, data will put in one single row. Let's use the formula here. Press equal to, then type TOROW, open parenthesis. In the array, let's take this range, close parenthesis and press enter. Here you see all this data is now put in one single row, and here you see the 0 is given because it contains some empty cells. To overcome this, you can again expand the formula by taking another argument here, that is ignore blanks. Then press enter, and here you see the blank cell are now ignored. So this is how we use the TOCOL and TOROW. Now let's learn how do we do this in case of old Excel version, because in old Excel version these two functions are not available. In this case, we can use the Visual Basic for application. In Visual Basic for application, we have to write a code, and the code will put the data in column or row. First of all, let's see how to do it for TOCOL. The VBA code required for doing this, here I have already created in my desktop. Here I have two notepad documents. One is for TOCOL and another for TOROW. Let's open this TOCOL code. Here you see this is the code required for doing this. I'll put this code in the video description below, from where you can copy and use it. First of all, let's select and copy this entire code. Then go to Microsoft Excel, click on Developer tab, click on Visual Basic, Insert, then Module. Here paste the copied code by pressing Ctrl V. Now close the VBA editor window. Now to put this data in one column, let's go to macros and run this code. Click on this code and run it. Now it will ask you for the range. Please select the range to convert to column. Here select this range where you have the data. Then click on OK. Then it will ask you to select the cell where you want to put the data in column. For this, I'll select this J1 cell. Then click on OK, and here you see the data has been converted to column, and all this data is put in the one single column here. So this is how we can do this by using VBA code. Let's go to TOROW. In this case, we have to put this data in one single row. For this, we need to have another VBA code that I have here in my desktop. I'm opening this. Let's select and copy this entire code. Then go to Microsoft Excel, click on Developer tab, Visual Basic, click on Insert, then Module. Here paste the copied code or TOROW. Just close this. Now to put this data in one single row, click on Developer tab, then Macros. Here select this Combine Data to Row macro, then click on Run button. Now it will ask you to select the range. Select this range, click OK. Then it will ask you to select the cell where you want to put the data in one single row. Here I'll select this cell, then click on OK. And here you see data has been converted to a row. And here you see all this data is put in one single row. So this is how we can use the TOCOL and TOROW function in latest Microsoft Excel, and do the same in old Excel versions by using Visual Basic for application. And this much for today's video. If you found this tutorial useful, please give it a thumbs up by tapping on the like button below. And I also request you to subscribe the channel to get similar kind of videos in future. Thank you so much for watching. We will again meet on next tutorial.